Hey guys, this is just a quick diagnostic video of the Hellwing light bomber, and I'm having some problems with it. I have it's a one-seater, but it's showing a co-pilot entry point in the back, right about here, even though my I don't have any memory positions for that. I only have one memory position for the pilot driver. Anyway, there's the spot. And the when you actually get into that spot, then it's just the center, which is I don't care, but it's not supposed to be there at all. So um, yeah, that's a big problem. The next big problem is with the wheel. The front wheel is dipping down when I'm sure this is all interrelated with the wheels, but the front wheel dips down during takeoff and then causes the thing to pop up. Um, it's also when I apply thrust on the ground, it'll start to roll back and then it'll stop and then it'll move forward. So there we go, put 8% thrust, it stopped, and that's just from putting an arbitrary amount of thrust. When I get it to zero thrust, it stops. I mean, it starts rolling backwards. So I think something about it is causing it to do that. And just to kind of help, I'll show you where the mass distribution is. We've got um, 1,287 kilograms of mass distributed through those cubes. Actually, 1286, and then another kilograms in the airframe. So we've got 262 on each of the sides, and then 381 on the front and back. Uh, the side ones are a little bit in front of the center line, and that's a little bit in front of the rear wheels. So, been trying to mess around with it and reposition those, but it doesn't seem to be having much effect on any of that. So it's still it's still doing what it's doing over here. So right when I try to take off, the front wheel will start to sink. It'll start getting lower and lower, and then it'll pop up eventually. Pop. There it goes. Pop. Now, if it did that in a mission, it would crash. Right. So I'm gonna drop the. That was without flaps deployed, so I'm gonna put the flaps out and then try again. And I'm gonna pull all the way back on the elevator control. This keeps the wheel from sinking, and then once I reach a certain speed, like 280, 275, it started to take off. Alright, I've still got my thumb. I let go of my thumb, and it dips down a little bit. Took everything in. Alright, now when I make slight adjustments, it's very responsive, but when I make these slight adjustments, it responds very well to them. But when I make a hard adjustment, like a hard, especially a hard elevator control, like if I pull all the way back, it'll jerk really hard, stop, and then continue So I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to try to do a loop-de-loop just by holding all the way back. So that little wiggle motion was the camera trying to keep up with the jerkiness. But basically, the position of the airframe was, and then see, I let go and it dipped down. The position of the airframe was turning faster than the path that the plane was traveling. And I think that's why when I give it smaller adjustments, it's more accurate to where I want it to go, and it'll stay. But if I just if I am flying straight and I just jerk back and let go, it goes back to where it started. And it seems like it's going down a little bit more. Jerk back, go, jerk back, let go. That was like about 60%. 60% again. 100% let go. Yeah. 100% stop, and then so yeah, the elevator control. Now it's supposed to be a very responsive, nimble little jet, but when it moves quickly, it needs to move quickly but fluidly. Like, it doesn't need to jerk. It needs to be a constant motion. Alright, so those are the things I'm dealing with. If you guys have any input as to what I can do, what needs to happen, or why it's doing that, that'd be much appreciated. But right now, thank you for watching, and I hope we get this solved real soon. Thanks.